Hey everybody, welcome back in the Man Cave. As always, I'm Josh, joined by Mr. Shane. How are you doing, Shane?
I'm doing stupendous. How are you doing tonight?
Stupendous. I am not that bad. I'm actually really great because for the first time ever in the Man Cave has a guest, Mr. Colton Andrew Goodman. That's your middle name,
Woo!
isn't it?
It's Alan.
Alan. I knew it was an A. Colton is the one who designed our beautiful logo. So, yeah, we decided to have Colton on because I went and hung out with him today, and I thought it'd be, time to have a guest. Colton, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
He's doing good. Awesome. So, we're going to talk about some nerdy stuff today. We're going to talk about our origin story with that. Going to talk about, what got us into what we're into. So that's going to be fun. But first, because I've been teasing it for like the past 25 minutes, I have a story to tell. So,
Oh, good.
Today, my wife and I went up to my brother Garrison's house for his 21st birthday. Hung out with him, went to the new IKEA store in Fishers, and then we went up the road to Cabela's and then Duluth Trading Company. And I was like, hey, I know the high school for the local town here is in the area, and I know Mr. Colton lives across there, so I'm going to see if he wants to hang out. He's like, sure, come on over. So we're driving over, and we see this little business, and I'm like, I see it like it's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I get closer to see what the name of it is. It's called Butts Excavating. Butts excavating, okay? Think about it. Butts excavating. Isn't that kind of like... Have you ever seen that place before, Colton?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm not sure.
It's kind of off the road a little bit, and it's like set into the trees. It's very, I was laughing for like the whole, like when we saw that all the way till when we got to your place. Like I was laughing my ass off.
Were you laughing your blood off?
I was laughing my ass off. Okay? It was great.
No, because of butts excavating. There's a judge here in my area her name is Judge Butts.
Oh boy. We didn't have anybody like that in college that had weird last names, did we, Colton?
I
don't think
not
we did.
really.
No, we didn't. Mr. Wilson, everybody always go, Wilson! And he's like, I never hear that, which was a lie.
Did you ever hear, hey, Mr. Wilson?
Well, I mean, yeah, because that was his name.
Well, did you ever guys watch Home Improvement? Or am I showing my age with that?
I watched Home Improvement.
Okay, alright.
Colton?
I've seen a few episodes.
He's younger than I am, so, it's understandable.
Oh, so I'm definitely the old man in the group on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know my place in this hierarchy.
You're almost 30 years old, man.
I'm 27.
Almost 30.
I'm 27 and a half. I'm nowhere near 30.
You are 2.5 years away from 30. You're closer to 30 than you are 25.
I know.
Actually, no, you're halfway between. Anyway, let's get the bullshit out of the way. Let's talk about our little origin stories. As host, I will go last. I'm going to pick one of you. Colton, you're the guest. You get to go second. Shane, because you're being a douche.
Yes. I knew I was going to go first. As soon as you said I'm one of the hosts, I'm going to go last. I knew I was going to go first. Okay, so, growing up as a kid, I always watched. This is gonna sound really odd and not part of the story, but it is part of the story.
There's no judging in the Man Cave. Don't worry.
But as a kid, I was always a fan of magic.
Like Magic Gathering or like magic?
No, like magic, like magicians, like
Okay.
Siegfried and Roy. Like I still have tapes at my parents' house that just have magic shows taped, like just people doing magic. Like I was into that. So that got me, I think, into Harry Potter as a kid, because I was like 10 or 11 when like the first couple books came out, so I read those when I was in like 5th grade, and then I think I knew about, like, obviously I knew about superheroes growing up. I was a Power Rangers fan. I think we discussed that before, where I had Power Ranger sheets when I was young, so like I was in that age group where I was in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and all that. And what I think made my love of DC grow strong was Smallville. I got into that in high school and in ninth grade high school, and that just started the whole Superman and all the superhero stuff.
Sure, yeah. So what's your favorite like fandom? Is it DC, Harry Potter, Smallville, if that kind of shit?
I'm not sure, like I guess they're all equally, like I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm a big Harry, like I would say I'm a big Harry Potter fan, but I'm not a bigger fan over any other fandom that I'm in, I guess.
You're just equally like obsessed with all of them, basically.
Yeah,
that's fair.
so like Niantic, released, oh, we're gonna make Harry Potter Go or whatever the hell they are gonna name it. Like, I'm definitely gonna download it and play it. If they, the year after say we're gonna make Justice League Go, I'd download that too. Like, I had Pokemon Go. I was a big Pokemon fan as a kid too. Red, I played Red on my Game Boy, like not Game Boy Color, my Game Boy, and yeah, so like I'm equally like once I'm obsessed with something, I stick with it for like the rest of my life, basically.
Sure, yeah. I just want to put on record, since I'm a younger guy, I played Silver. That was the shit.
I played Gold.
Gold was good. Gold was great. Yeah, I liked Gold a lot. Colton, why don't we go ahead and
I played Gold too.
Yeah? Did you?
Yeah.
Silver was just the shit, man. I loved it. Gold was good. My cousin had that and he played that, but I had to play Silver. My friend Nigel and I, we did this thing, like we always named our character fuck, I. So it'd be like, word be like, Colton got 20 HP. He'd be like, fuck, I got 20 HP. We were very inventive. But yeah, Colton, let's hear from you. I know yours will be really long and enchanting.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny that he said that about Smallville, because that's what like started like me liking superheroes so much. Like, I started watching it with my brother, and we bought like every season every time it come out, and then watched it all the way up to the finale, which I hated that it ended. And then I just started collecting superhero stuff, like mostly Superman stuff. I was a big Superman fan when it started, and then I like Flash a little bit more now, but it's still DC. So much so that
you have a tattoo of it on your arm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, and then me and my girlfriend started collecting the Pops, Funko Pops, about like a year or two ago, and we got like over 100 now, like 120.
Oh wow!
Or so.
I just saw it for the first time today. You should take a picture and send it to Shane or something, because it's impressive. Like, I've got 40 and it looks awesome in here, but my man's got like 1 million. Like, it's cool.
And then, are they all superheroes, or just whatever one that you find that
just,
you want to get?
Just whatever. Like, I'm also a big Doctor Who fan, so.
Oh yeah, me too. So that makes sense.
And I have like some Doctor Who Pops, Harry Potter Pops, but mostly superhero ones. And
okay. Because like I saw they made like one for like Home Alone, so I wasn't sure if like you had like Home Alone ones or just strictly DC ones.
Yeah. Well, pretty much anything that we like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really impressive. And his girlfriend Amber, she made these stands, and they have them hung up for like Once Upon a Time. Yeah. And they've got like 8x10 posters and stuff like that. They're hanging on the wall in like different ways, and then they have Pops below them and beside them. It's really neat looking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then a bunch of Power Rangers ones.
Yeah, we definitely look like nerds in our house.
Well, and one thing I really liked, I didn't get to like tell you about when I was there, but he's got the Justice League figurines. What are they, like
Mhm.
8-inch figures or 6-inch?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She got them for me for Christmas last year,
Yeah, and they're
but I was
arranged.
just able to put them up now. Like lately, like I've had them in box. I've had them in a box for almost a year. Like been waiting for this perfect time to put them up because waiting for us to move, and then finally just put them up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're arranged like in order, like
Yeah,
in like a
Okay.
little triangle. Like it's really really neat looking. Like I really wish that you, because like we were on the way back to Garrison's house, we were talking about like the whole way there, like how cool it was. Seriously, it was really cool. Um, how old were you when you started all this? Like when
uh,
like Smallville started being relevant, or
I think I was about like 12 or 13 and started watching it on TV. And I'm trying to remember when it ended. I think it ended in like 2011, 2012, the 10th season. But I watched it like when I started watching it, it was already like 3 or 4 seasons in or something like that. Maybe like a couple seasons in. But I caught up and then I started watching him live on TV up until it ended.
and then like when you just fell hardcore into all the nerdy stuff? When was that? When it just kind of like exploded.
Yeah, like anytime I would go to like after I started watching it, like anytime I'd go to like I'd always want to go to a comic book store like Half Price Books or like different or comic book stores and try to find like Smallville stuff. Like I collected the Smallville figures. I didn't show you those, but I have all of those. And like my brother found me a Green Arrow Smallville figure, like, and it's like a $200 figure online. Just but I still have that one in the box.
Damn. Wow. Wow. That's really cool. Um. So do you have?
So I need to ask, since you watched Flash, do you watch the new Arrow then too?
Um, I'm like 2 seasons behind on that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
But
say, do you like the new Arrow compared to the Arrow on Smallville, or are you partial to the Smallville Arrow just because you grew up with it?
well, I mean, I like the actor on Smallville, Justin Hartley, that plays Green Arrow, but I really like if I was to choose which one I like better, I like the one on the Arrow TV show, Stephen
Okay.
Amell,
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
actually, yeah, I met him in person and I
Oh,
have his
awesome.
autograph and stuff and a picture with him. But
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
Do you have any more, Colton, or can I go?
I mean, I also met Lex Luthor from Smallville, so and
Oh,
he's
that's
probably
awesome.
my favorite celebrity I've met so far. But yeah,
Yeah, he showed me that. Like that was like the first thing he showed me when we got in there.
Oh, that'd be on my tombstone if I ever did that.
Yeah,
I
see,
met this dude.
he's got this room,
Picture.
which your room, your man cave room, whatever you call it, it's freaking awesome, dude. Like he's got like the TV right there, and then like the couch right in front of the TV. It's a nice leather couch, and then just all of his pops, boom, right there beside it. And we walk in. He goes, "That right there, that right there. I have that. It was signed by the guy who played Lex on Smallville. It was like, it's right
Yeah.
there." I'm like,
it's
okay.
it's actually a futon in there just in case we ever have anybody over. But that's what that is.
Oh, was it a futon? I don't really remember. I
Yeah.
was just entranced by your massive pop collection. The only pop I have in sight right now is my Loot Crate Han Solo in his winter Hoth gear.
Nice.
That was the first one I ever got, so it's my favorite one. Anyway, so for me, the first thing I watched, like got into, was actually Jurassic Park. I remember seeing, like, at least the first thing I can remember was the Jurassic Park movie, and I was like, I don't know, 6, maybe 7, and I was watching it on a movie channel, and let's see, it was the part you guys have both seen it, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, when Jeff Goldblum, he's my favorite actor, by the way, when Jeff Goldblum walks up to that massive pile of dinosaur shit, he goes, "Huh, that is one big pile of shit." I lost it. I thought that was the funniest thing. I didn't know that they could cuss in movies like that. So I watched it and I fell in love. Then I watched the second one and the third one and loved them. And then that turned into Harry Potter. My mom was reading the books at the time. I read every book as they came out. I listened to every audiobook, like multiple. I still have them all on my phone right now. I listen to them at work all the time. I like, that's my favorite.
Do they have audiobooks for Jurassic Park?
No, Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter. Okay.
Yeah. No, that'd be kind of cool.
Life finds a way, and this is what.
Dude, fun fact. His movie that he was in, The Fly. Have you ever seen that, Colton?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I like The Fly.
Shane?
I haven't seen The Fly though.
You need to. It's such a good movie.
Okay. Oh,
Did you see the second one?
Yes. It's
I didn't
not
know,
as good.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I can't remember, but I know I've seen the first one.
If you like Jeff Goldblum's, you need to watch it, but it's not as good. I'll tell you that now. But his style, where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this with my hands," and oh, wait a second. That's because of that movie, because he had to come up with something for the character to make it seem like he had some fly qualities before, like how it kind of, so it could kind of like flow the whole movie, so it was like obvious that it was him doing it. So when he turned into the fly, obviously he was more twitchy because he was a fly. But that's a little fun fact for you. But anyway, that was another favorite of mine growing up, was The Fly. But and then Star Wars, I got huge into Star Wars. I mean, huge. I was so huge into it. And I had them all on VHS, and then I got them all on DVD, and I got them all on Blu-ray, which I still have. I've got several Star Wars comics. Very, very big in Star Wars. And then it turned into like video games a lot. So like Skyrim, which is what you guys are hearing in the background right now. Colton's girlfriend's playing Skyrim. But Skyrim I played a lot, and Oblivion, which is what came before Skyrim. And then Red Dead Redemption. When Red Dead Redemption came out, there went my life. I played Red Dead. I think I have, last I checked, on my original Xbox 360, PS3, I checked it about a year ago, which was about a year after I had played it last, which I logged the most time on that PlayStation with Red Dead. I had about 67 hours.
Turn that down a little bit.
I had about 67 hours in Red Dead, and that was insane. Like, I never played a game that much, so that was cool. And yeah, were you gonna say something cool?
I played Red Dead, but I couldn't get into it like that.
What?
I don't know. I mean, I liked it, just I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my kind of game.
Yeah, I like to watch a lot of westerns with my grandpa growing up. So I think that probably had a big part to do with it, because I liked watching them with them, and it's basically Grand Theft Auto in the Old West, but a lot more fun. Except in Grand Theft Auto, you can swim without dying, but in Red Dead, you walk into half-inch water and, oh, I'm dead. You have to restart where you're at.
Well, the old Grand Theft Autos weren't like that.
No, but yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I'm not sure.
With John Marston, where you're the bounty hunter, and like,
yeah, I don't think I played it.
Okay. Well, hey, there was Red Dead Revolver, which came before that. It might have been it.
Sounds familiar.
It was a Rockstar game also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and then like progressed into Marvel. I got really big into Marvel movies more so. The first one I ever saw was Howard the Duck, which was also the first Marvel movie ever made. That movie is so terrible. I love it so much.
He's in Marvel. He's in Guardians, right?
Yes,
Howard?
he is.
I didn't know they made a movie.
What?
I didn't know he had a movie. Howard the
Oh, yeah.
Duck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first
Oh.
ever Marvel movie too.
I'm gonna have to see that then.
You need to. Like, it's so terrible. I think it got like a 0% of Rotten Tomatoes. We'll look it up right now. But
But you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
you can.
No.
No, you can't. Because they said Justice League sucked, and it's one of the better superhero movies I've ever seen.
Shane is getting triggered.
Yeah, it's
right
one of
now.
my favorites.
Let's see what they gave.
And I'm
it.
not just saying that because I've seen the Smallville Justice League, and then seeing like Wonder Woman with a movie cinematic Justice League. It was the best Justice League movie I've ever seen.
Dang, Howard the Duck's from 1986.
Yes.
It only got 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, yeah, it was pretty low. They gave Justice League 41.
The last time I saw like 34, so that's better than what I thought it was going to be. So
Yeah, it's hold on. Right now it's at 41%. Yeah.
The room got the room. I was thinking about the room. The audience rated it 83.
it's an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not huge into DC. Like, I'm not huge into it to watch it and be like, oh my god, like you guys are. But when I saw the Avengers for the first time, I was definitely shitting my pants.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that's not cool, but Marvel made me watch a movie about Ant-Man.
Hey, Ant-Man's
So, like-
awesome, dude.
Ant-Man was one of my favorites.
Oh, I love Paul Rudd, so I was gonna watch it regardless. But I watched a movie about Ant-Man, so I can go see the Justice League movie and enjoy it.
Well, hey, different strokes for different folks. I will say, though, Guardians of the Galaxy is by far my favorite. Both of them are my favorite Marvel movies.
I can't wait for the third one.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
But
Did
the
you see
third
it?
one's going to be right after Infinity Wars.
Yeah? Good. Did you see it, Shane?
Yeah, the second one's gonna be on Netflix here soon.
Is it really?
Yeah, like December 15th or something like that,
Cool.
or 3rd maybe. It's like beginning of December. They're putting the second one on there.
Good. I've got it on 4K Blu-ray, so it's okay.
Well, I don't have a 4K TV, so that wouldn't matter. But
I do. I've got 3 of them. I've got one for each of us.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to give you my TV. I'm sorry.
okay, Mr. Moneybags, just send it my way. You know my address.
No.
I need a TV for my man cave. That will fit perfectly.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, and I know we've addressed this before in the Man Cave podcast, but Shane, fun fact, Shane does not actually record in his man cave. He records in his lady's office. Shane, what's that about?
Ooh.
Because my man cave echoes, so we cannot record in there, or
Yeah.
you're just gonna hear me 15 times before I respond.
Yeah, it's in the basement where there's like no furniture or nothing. You need to get a rug, like a big rug, and then put some art on the wall. That'll help.
Well, I think one of these days I'm gonna come home. It's gonna be decorated, just because I was asked if I want to decorate it or if other people can.
Like
I
Alyssa.
said, hey, if other people want to do it, go right ahead. I'm not gonna, deny help of
You mean your wife,
getting
right?
that going. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
She didn't allude to her, but I knew it was her. But you
Yeah.
know,
Of course.
I played along and said, if anybody wants to help,
And Mr. Colton isn't in his man cave either. He's in the living room, so I'm the only
Yeah,
one
I'd
in the man
probably
cave
lose
right now.
connection.
Yeah, internet connection is a bitch. But see, Comcast in your area, like Xfinity in your area, is not very strong. My aunt lives
It
where
isn't?
my aunt lives where just because my aunt used to live where you're at, and before she died, and she said that it was horrible for her, and she lived where does she live? She lived over let's say about 5 minutes on the other side of Home Depot. So about 15 minutes from you. Or so. So yeah, it was, I don't know. It's not very good over there. I like my Uverse. It's pretty good. But okay, well, I think that's enough pandering for this episode. That's going to do it for this one. Check us out. We have a Twitter. It's always down below. Check out our last episodes. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. You have anything else?
Well, I feel like we should put Colton's links down below just because he's our guest and he made our logo and everything.
Colton is in the description as always because of the artwork. I credit him for that. He is down below. Check him out. He does a lot of good stuff. If you need him, he is very fair on pricing. And yeah, so as always, this episode is sponsored by the amazing Goldman. Goldman, what? He's a Jew now. The amazing Goodman. Have a wonderful time, and we will see you next week.